my dear students, welcome back to my class. Before moving on with the explanation of the remaining portion of the poem, A Roadside Stand, let's take a quick recap of the part that we discussed in the previous class. The poet contrasts the lives of poor and deprived country people who struggle to live with the thoughtless city people who do not even bother to notice the roadside stand and its people. The poet describes the miserable condition of these poor people living in countryside. The government or the powerful people never think to help these poor people. So in the last class, we came to know that these poor country people put up a stand by the side of the road to earn some money so that they too can lead a life of happiness and prosperity. They wait for the customers, but all their efforts go in vain, as the rich city dwellers do not stop at the stand to make any purchase. They stop there only to fulfill their selfish motives or to complain. They complain about the artless paint and the wrongly displayed signboard. And we also know that only two goods are being sold in that stand: wild berries and golden squash. This is what we discussed in the last class. So let's start the remaining portion of the poem. In the last class, we have completed the first half of the poem. Now let's start the second half. It is in the news that all these pitiful keen are to be bought out and mercifully gathered in to live in villages next to the theatre and the store. This is the promise given by the rich people to the poor rural people. So it is in the news that these poor people, pitiful keen here refers to the poor country vendors. Okay, so it is in the news that all these poor people will be resettled. They will be resettled in villages next to the theatre and the store. Okay. These pitiable persons are to be bought out with all their belongings. They will be made to live in villages next to theatre and the store. They will be given, means there in the village, they will be given a better life, a better opportunity. Okay. So this is the false promise made by the powerful people of the society, made by the rich people of the society. And they also say where they won't have to think for themselves anymore. That means it is said that now onwards they need not think of themselves. That means the poor country people, the poor vendors are lured with false promises which are never going to be fulfilled, because these rural people are gullible. They can easily be cheated, deceived. They can easily be deceived by anyone. Okay, that's why the powerful people of the society, the government, the politicians, or the rich city dwellers make promises to these poor people and they forget. It is also said that all their problems will be solved there in the village, because we have already got it in the previous line that these people will be resettled in villages. They will be bought out to live in villages next to the theatre and the store. So it is said that all their problems will be solved and they will not have to think for them. While greedy good doers, beneficent beasts of prey, swarm over their lives enforcing benefits. Greedy good doers and beneficent beasts of prey. So here the poet describes the good doers as greedy. That means the good doers refers to the rich people of the society, the cunning people of the society, the greedy people of the society. They are devious people who show dual standard in the society. Greedy good doers and beneficent beasts of prey. That means good doers refers to the rich and devious people of the society who show dual standard, dual-faced people of the society. They appear to be good. They pretend to be good. But in real, they intend to fulfill their selfish interests. The greedy people, they try to exploit the poor rural people by making false promises. And beneficent beasts of prey. Beneficent, that means kind. Beasts of prey. Beast of prey, that means lions and tigers, the wild animals, isn't it? Carnivorous animals. Beneficent beast of prey. So beneficent beast of prey refers to the rich people, same one, the rich people of the society who are dual-faced. They pretend to be kind. They pretend to be kind. The powerful people of the society, most of the time, they pretend to be kind. But in reality, they have no intention to care for the poor people. They are like wild animals. They are violent like beasts of prey. They are violent like lions and tigers. So, greedy good doers and beneficent beasts of prey means what? The people who pretend to be good, but in real, they have no good intention. Beneficent beast of prey, that means the people in reality, these people are like wild animals. They are violent like wild animals, but they pretend that, yes, they are kind. They think of these poor country people. That means the government and the other social agencies appear to help the poor rural people, but actually they do them no good. So the poet uses these phrases, greedy good doers and beneficent beasts of prey. The poet uses these phrases to show their double standards. Swarm over their lives enforcing benefits that are calculated to soothe them out of their wits. And by teaching them how to sleep, they sleep all day. Destroy their sleeping at night the ancient way. These cunning people will use the poor people for their benefits. They only want to fulfill their selfish interest. They will use these poor people for their benefits. They are cunning people. But these real people are, easygoing people. They are gullible. That means these cunning people or rich city dwellers will swarm over their lives to exploit the poor country people. They will force them to part with their money. Okay. Soothe means to make them silent, to make them calm, out of their wits. That means the poor people who put up the roadside stand are attracted by the false promises made by the rich people, because they are under the control of the rich people of the society, and they are betrayed by the cunning and greedy people. Okay, who exploit them by snatching their sleep at night. Okay, they will exploit them by snatching their peaceful sleep, and thus these innocent people are soothed out of their wits. They will make them silent, because no one can go against the rich people. That means these poor people, they are very weak, isn't it? They just put up that roadside stand to earn some money, and that's why they are very weaker section of the society. They are the weaker section of the society, so they can't go against the powerful people of the society, and that's why the city people or the powerful people will take the advantage, and they will make them fool. They will befool them. They will betray the poor country people, and they will teach them how to sleep. They sleep all the day. They will make them work at night, but themselves will sleep all the day. They will also use their old way, ancient trick to destroy their sleep at night. That means the greedy and selfish powerful people will soothe the rural people by not giving them essential facilities. Since they are powerful, no one can question them, isn't it? The city people, these people cunningly calculate how to derive their benefits. They will have to work, the poor people will have to work at night, and they will be deprived of their sound sleep also, as they are under the control of these greedy good doers and beneficent beast of prey. They are the powerful people of the society, dual-faced. Moving on to the next stanza. Sometimes I feel myself I can hardly bear the thought of so much childish longing in vain. Childish longing. What was their longing? They want to have customers. The people running the roadside stand want some customers. The poet says that their wishes, their longing, their desires, their dreams are childish. Why? Because they cannot fulfill their dreams, as they want customers, but the customers rarely stop at the stand to purchase the goods that are being sold in that stand. Okay, that's why the poet says that it is childish and it is in vain. So what do they want? They want customers, but that means the city dwellers, they want city money. But the city people hardly stop at the stand to purchase the goods, to purchase wild berries and golden squash. And the poet says that it is in vain. That means it is in vain to have such a longing, as the city people hardly pay any heed to the roadside stand and its people. That's why the poet says that it is vain. It is valueless. It is useless to wait for the customers, as the customers do not come to their shop, do not come to their stall to buy things or buy goods available in the stand. And that's why the poet feels an unbearable agony. Why? He feels an unbearable agony at the plight of the rural people, because they are neglected by the government or by the rich people of the society. Like children, these country people, these poor vendors, have many unfulfilled wishes and desires or dreams. They wait for their wishes to be fulfilled like children. That's why the poet says that it is childish, it is in vain, it is vain. It is useless to wait for the customers, as the customers do not stop there to buy things. The sadness that lurks near the open window there. Lurks, that means to remain hidden. What is the sadness? That means the people running the stand, they keep their windows open, expecting customers to turn up. That waits all day in almost open prayer. It seems like they pray for the customers. Okay, they keep their windows open. They keep their windows open, expecting customers to turn up. But all their efforts go in vain. Because the customers, the city dwellers, do not come to purchase the goods. That's why the poet says that the sadness that lurks near the open window there, as they wait for the customers near the window. For the squalor breaks the sound of a stopping car. They wait for the squeal of brakes. Squeal, that means sound. They wait for the sound of a stopping car. Of all the 1,000 selfish cars that pass, just want to inquire what a farmer's prices are. And one did stop, but only to plough up grass, in using the yard to back and turn around, and another to ask the way to where it was bound, and another to ask could they sell it a gallon of gas. The poet calls the car owners selfish. 1,000 selfish cars that pass. That means the car owners are called as selfish because they think only of themselves. They only want to fulfill their selfish interests. They even bother to inquire the price of the product which is on sale. They even bother to inquire the price of wild berries and squash which are on sale. They feel like, that means they are means polished traffic, they are refined people, they are powerful people of the society, rich people of the society, city dwellers. So these people feel like buying anything from a little stall is like below their standard, below their dignity. They never pay any heed to these poor people and their stand. When they stop at the stand, they always make complaint. They always make complaint. What are the complaints made by them? In the previous stanza, we got it. So they complain about the landscape. They complain about the artless paint and the wrongly displayed signboard. Okay. And now when they stop at the stand, they stop there only to use the yard. They stop there only to plow up grass and using the yard to back and turn around. They stop there to use the yard to back or turn around their cars. That means their selfish interest. For their benefits only, they stop there. And another man comes and asks the way where it is bound, to where it is bound. And another person asks, who stops there, for a gallon of gas, which is not sold at that stand. And that's why the poet feels angry. They couldn't this crossly, they had none. Didn't it see? The poet feels angry. Why? Because you people never stop at the stand to buy anything from the stand, and you always make complaint. In place of that, you make complaint about the landscape. You always want to fulfill your interest, and you never buy wild berries and golden squash. You even never ask the prices of the wild berries and squash available in the stand. And that's where the poet feels angry. That can't you see? Didn't you see that these things are not available. Gas is not available in that stand. As the poet can feel the condition of these poor country people, but these sophisticated people, or we can say these rich city dwellers, they never care for these poor rural people, and that's why the poet feels angry. The cars or the people, the traffic, the polished traffic, the refined people, they do not halt at the stand to buy anything from the stand. The country people, they wait for the passers-by to halt and buy from the stand. But the speeding cars, the selfish cars, the speeding cars never stop to make any promises. They never stop there to buy any products available in the stand. They stop there. Whenever they stop there, they make complaint. Whenever they stop there, they want to just fulfill their selfish motives or selfish interests. Moving on to the last stanza of the poem. No, in country the country's scale of gain, the requisite lift of spirit has never been found. Or so the voice of the country seems to complain. So here the poet is talking about country money and city money also. City money, that means money of the city people, and country money means money of the country people or rural people of the society. In country money, that means the life of the country people is quite miserable for want of money. The money which can increase the level of their living is not found in country money, in rural money. And the spirit of the people always remains depressed as they are lack of money. Due to lack of money, the requisite lift of spirit has never been found in country money. The requisite lift of spirit has never been found in country money, as they do not get that amount of opportunity or scope to earn a huge amount of money to have a good and secure life. And that's why voice of the country seems to complain. That means voice of the country, that means the country people. The country people, that's why the country people, the rural people, the poor people, they make complaint. What is the complaint made by them? They complain that they do not have stable financial condition. No one is helping them. Their earning is not sufficient, as their earning is not sufficient to live a better life like the city dwellers, due to which they never find the required growth needed to live a fulfilled life. And that's why they want city money. They want money from the city people. And that's why the voice of the country seems to complain. And the country people, they complain about the injustice. This is an injustice because everyone makes promises. The powerful people of the society, politicians, government, they make false promises to these poor people. The powerful people, they take advantage. And that's why these people, these country rural vendors, that means the rural vendors, they complain about the injustice against them. They complain that, yes, we cannot get the desired kind of life. The poet again says that to put these people at one stroke out of their pain, I can't help owning the great relief it would be to put these people at one stroke out of their pain. And the next day, as I come back into the scene, I wonder how I should like you to come to me and offer to put me gently out of my pain. So here the poet says that he will feel a great relief if all the sufferings, if all the miseries, of the rural people are removed with one stroke, removed at one stroke. Their miserable life is worse than the death. It is worse than death. And that's why next day the poet expects a person coming with an offer to take himself out of his pain. That means the poet is hoping for something magical to be happened. He wants that these poor people will be, they should be liberated from their misfortunes, their miseries, their sufferings, their pains. And then he will feel great relief. We have completed the explanation of the poem. Hope it will help you in better understanding of the poem. Please go through it and read the poem again and again.